Happy Wednesday, everyone. We're back here at Fishy Business. As promised, though not quite as long as most, I'm going to take you through a quick tour of what did come in this week and some things to pay attention to this week at Fishy Business. So come inside the house and let's see. Check this guy out. This is a Royal Plecostomus. We just got this guy in this week. He's got some great size, great color, very active, very aware. I've also got in here a blue phantom Plecostomus, which is gorgeous because of the blue sheen. We talk about plecos every week, and that's a good reason for it. They're amazing. And each brings with it its own charm, its own color morph, its own unique personality, and it's a great balance with any kind of freshwater tank. Some of the best species-only tanks are with rams. We've got this week blue rams, gold rams, electric blue rams. They're all doing phenomenal. In a small cichlid tank with live plants, small invertebrates like this Pompom Crab that's running around here, this is a fantastic small aquarium, fantastic fish to go in there. If what you want is a different kind of fish, maybe you want an aggressive fish tank, African cichlids might be for you. We got in a lot of African cichlids this week, and this is something that we get in every week with great regularity, and the colors change all the time. Now, they're not what I would call discus as far as the quality of color, but they're pretty close. And this is the best way to make your tank look like a saltwater aquarium without it being saltwater. Africans are some of the easiest fish to keep. As long as you maintain a few proper water levels and parameters, you can keep Africans with no problem. You can actually create a tank in your home, office, restaurant that the average person will think is saltwater when in fact it's freshwater. Very low maintenance, very beautiful colors, different sizes, nice varieties, specific catfish you can keep with them. African cichlids are great. Here are just some we got in this week. Oh, gold Dojo loaches are in. I see those. Those must have just come in today. Oh, check this guy out. Papa Royal Plecostomus right here. Now, we just looked at a Royal Plecostomus just a couple minutes ago. This guy is a different variation of that same thing, and you can see the two differences in sizes. So, very cool fish there. Green and coal Cory cats. These are very, very pretty. They're not very expensive at $5.99. This is a beautiful bottom-dwelling catfish. Nice thing about Corydoris is they're small. They're compact little fish with very small mouths. They'll eat any leftover food. I wouldn't go so far as to say detritus, but leftover things that might be in the tank. They are a great, typical bottom-dwelling catfish for a communal tank. So Corys come in all different shapes, sizes, colors, but for the most part, they're a smaller catfish, adaptable with any community fish. Longfin panda Corys, very, very cool. We have pandas as often as we can get them, but it's one of the most demanded Cory catfish, and these are pretty rare in that they have long, frilly fins. That doesn't happen very often. At least we don't get them very often that way. So, longfin panda Corys this week. We're talking about the different size Corys. Something that we don't have very often are the dwarf Corys. These are the Hastatus. If you look right here, they are very, very small dwarf Cory catfish. These obviously would be great in a small, compact desk type tank. There is a whole world of fish for these smaller aquariums, and because of that, we're starting to get things that we've never really had before. Now, we have had dwarf Corys before, but right now, these beautiful little Hastatus dwarf Corys. So something that's very important in all my service accounts that we do here at Fishy Business and in the store are biopellets. Now, these haven't been on the market that terribly long, maybe about 2 years at least that they've been in my hands. And this is one thing that I put in every single service account that I have. The reason I do that is because it helps me in between water changes to control nitrates. There's lots of ways to control nitrates, but one thing that has worked for me in every single tank are denitrifying pellets. And all you do is take these pellets, or sticks as they are now, because they seem to change form every time we get them, and put them in a small bag. You can place them right in your sump next to the protein skimmer, or you can put them even loosely in there, because what's going to happen over time is the nitrates are going to eat these. They're going to dwindle down to next to nothing, and you're going to end up needing to get more biopellets. This typically takes about 6 months or so, but they are something every saltwater aquarium and aquarist should have. Okay, so moving on to saltwater, we're really lucky tonight because my partner is here, Guy Griffin, which is no stranger to you guys at YouTube, but it's a strange thing to have him here when I'm here actually filming the video. And because something pretty incredible has happened with us recently, we want to kind of talk about something very specific tonight. So I am going to basically ask Guy a couple questions and we're going to kind of take it from there. So can you tell us a little bit about the latest Fishy Business original, Cory?
It's a little beach ball bounce mushroom. We purchased it from Vic and Lou at Worldwide Corals probably 7 years ago. It's just a basic orange Rhodactus. After about 6 years they started to bounce, which is a little bubble that occurs on mushrooms. A lot of mushrooms don't ever get these traits, but the beach balls did. We're pretty excited about them. We released them, did we take them down to Charleston?
Yeah, I think that was the first place we showed them. Charleston back at the beginning of maybe March.
That was Reef Dreams.
Reef Dreams, yeah.
Yeah, so we released them at Reef Dreams, and Palmetto Reef picked up one, and Ward's Aquatic's got one. So we've only had 2 go out at this point, but we're going to be hopefully taking one to...
I was going to ask, are we taking one to the show this next weekend?
Yeah, we'll take one to Reef Smarts. It's an unusual mushroom for us, and we're happy to have it, and hopefully we'll be able to release one and get somebody else to get one this weekend, or next weekend coming up. When
it comes to like the value of the mushrooms, like one bouncing mushroom versus another one, does it matter like how prevalent those balls are that form on it? Does it matter from a collection standpoint? I mean, what do you hear from other collectors?
The ones that are the most valuable do have a bunch of bounces on them. So like the OGs I saw down at Reefapalooza, they had ones that were about $50 size that had probably 20 bounces, maybe more on them. So I would say the more bounces the better. It depends on who brought it into the industry though, and who puts a price tag on it. So
and speaking of price tags, I mean, what would somebody have to kind of think ahead of time before they started getting into that particular?
Yeah, mushrooms that are bouncing usually start around $200. The more nicer ones go up $300-400. The bigger ones go up into the thousands. I have seen one at Reefapalooza that was $5,000.
$5,000 for a bouncing mushroom.
It was big.
Thank you as always for tuning in. I know it was a little quick this week. Next week I'll have a lot more things to show you. There is a lot coming up, a new show next week. We've got a new video coming for Tank Tips number 4 that should be out any day of a 265-gallon install that we just did, a reef aquarium. That should be pretty cool. Thank you for tuning in, Fishy Business SC. Please subscribe to our channel. Let us know how we're doing. Let us know what you want to see. I know this video was a bit of a quick tour this week, but next week will be a bit longer. There's a lot more things going on. I hope you tune in and stay tuned because we have another giveaway coming your way. Watch Facebook. I'm Chuck Mayer. Have a great week.